Magdala. The Grail is her. She was not the woman broken by sin. She was not the repentant prostitute. That role was written by others, those who needed to erase her place in history. Mary of Magdala was an initiate, a woman instructed in the mysteries, skilled in the medicine of body and soul, prepared to uphold the right no one else could comprehend. She was not an object of redemption. She was a companion on the inner path, in the alchemy of the Spirit, in the great work. Before the cross, there was a conscious union. It was not lust. It was ceremony. A union between two awakened beings, merging flesh and light to conceive a life that would be not only biological but also bearer of a spiritual legacy that had to remain hidden. In her womb was the true Grail. Not a gold-plated cup, but her body, her womb, her blood. She knew what she carried. She knew the lineage being formed was not meant for temples or thrones. And that is why she left. She did not flee out of fear. She hid for protection. She withdrew from the world to safeguard what the world was not ready to understand. She did not preach. She taught in silence. She did not found churches. She transmitted fire to those who could carry it. She did not write gospels. She lit memories in those around her. She knew he did not die on the cross. She knew what happened was a passage, a voluntary departure from the body, an act reserved for those who master matter and do not identify with it. She knew he would return, not as a trick to convince, but as proof that the soul is not subject to pain or flesh. And when she saw him, she did not kneel. She cried, yes, but not from weakness. She cried because she knew the great work continued, and she also knew what that meant, waiting in the shadows, guarding the fire, carrying the lineage alone. She asked for no recognition. She didn't need it. The official story erased her, turned her into a myth, a decorative symbol, an example of repentance. But she regretted nothing. She carried the living blood of the Master, his and that of the daughter who grew in her womb. And that blood continues, not as a lineage of blue blood, but as a spiritual inheritance. An inheritance not passed by surname, but by inner memory. She was not a virgin. She was not a sinner. She was woman, initiate, wise. And yes, she was pregnant. Mary of Magdala was not the repentant disciple they wanted to portray. She was the only one who truly understood what was happening. While men debated theology and politics, she knew how to breathe to leave the body. She knew how to heal with her hands. She knew how to recognize an incarnate avatar. She did not follow him because he was a god. She loved him because she recognized him. And he chose her, not as ornament, but as companion in right, in flesh, in fire, and in destiny. Before the cross there was a bed, a right, a union. A seed consciously planted, both knowing what was to come. He knew he would not die. He knew he would leave the body as the great initiates do, those who have transmuted fear into power, blood into light. She knew it too. She knew she would be left alone. She knew no one would believe her. And still, she kept silent. Because what she carried within was not just a child. It was the continuation of the flame. After the tomb, no one recognized her. Star because great truths do not fit in small mouths. Star. She left. She hid, not as a victim, but as a protector. She lived with the certainty that the true Grail was not a cup, but her womb, her blood, her legacy. The lineage was real. It needs no proof, only eyes that know how to see. Because even today, she walks among us. The fire did not die. It was only hidden, and now it returns. Through those who remember, through those who bleed without fear, through those who know that the soul does not yield and that the body can birth a new era. She was not a saint. She was dangerous, and that is why they erased her. But they failed, because blood does not lie.